This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hey everyone, it's Michelle Fern, your host on Cattitude. And today we're going to talk about DIY for your cats. What you can do to make some great DIY toys and things to keep your cats occupied. We'll be right back after this message. Hi, it's me again, Michelle Fern, host of Cattitude. You know what I love? My cats. I love how Molly jumps on the back of my chair when I'm working at my desk. You know what I don't love? Cleaning up Molly's litter box, which is why Arm & Hammer created new cloud control litter. There's no cloud of nasties when I scoop. It's 100% dust-free, free of heavy perfumes, and it helps reduce airborne dander from scooping. So what happens in the litter box stays in the litter box. New cloud control cat litter by Arm & Hammer. More power to you.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Hey everyone, welcome back. And today we're talking about DIY toys for your cats. Do-it-yourself toys for your cats. There are so many things you can make that are so simple and easy. I mean, there's a lot of great toys out there, a lot of inexpensive toys, and there's a lot of toys that are way too complicated to make. So, it's not even worth a shot. But there are a lot of toys you can make that'll keep your cats super interested and engaged. In thinking about what to make for your cats, get your mind into the mind of a cat. Cats are stimulated by their instinctive nature to kill, their killer hunter behaviors. I know that some of you might not be able to wrap your mind around this, but, cats are prey animals. And if you can make any toys that go to this effect, you're going to keep them engaged. And if you think about it, most cat toys do this in one way or another. Cats really love to run, chew, attack, and pounce. So I think all the toys I'm going to tell you about are going to be toys that you'll find that do one of these to keep your cat engaged. And, basically, cats love anything that has movement. That's what challenges them and excites them. And catnip, of course. Okay, here are some super, super easy DIY toys. You don't even have to do hardly anything. Okay, the easiest? Plastic paper bag from the grocery store or the drugstore. Put that on the ground and you'll find that your cats will go crazy with this. How did I discover this one? Well, it was my mother-in-law. I was talking to her about different cat toys and everything, and she said, "Here, just do this." She throws a plastic bag on the floor, and her cat just ran over and started, loving it. And I think it has to do with the crinkly sound the plastic makes and the fact that they're able to take their paws and move it around and hear more of that crinkly sound. It kind of, I guess in their mind, they feel that the movement of the bag is stimulating to them and also the crinkling sound and stopping the crinkling sound. They also really, really love paper bags they can hide in. Love them. And this goes back to their, hunt and kill. They go into the paper bag and hide out. And sometimes you'll see a little head peering out. And have you ever walked by a paper bag like this and all of a sudden one of your fur babes comes out and goes, rah, comes out to get you? I have. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but they love paper bags. Here's another one it's very easy. Boxes. Cardboard boxes. I just did this. I got a shipment and I know that they love to play in the boxes, so I actually have on at Cattitude 17 a picture of Miss Molly in a box. It's one of her favorite things. I remember buying a whole bunch of toys for them one time, and I had the box, on the floor ready to put in recycling, and I found out they were more engaged with the box than they were the toys, and I just thought, what is it about the boxes? And again, I think it has to do with the hide and hunt kind of mindset, They can go into these boxes and be secure, and then, cats by nature like anything they can contain themselves in. That's why you find them curled up so many times. They put themselves into these little tiny spots on cat trees. You'll be curled up and you'll see, I have my jumbo cat, Charlotte. She must be 20 pounds. I know she's not obese though. She's just a big cat. And she'll curl herself up into one of the spots on the cat tree that clearly is kind of snug, but she loves it. So it's a comforting thing for them when they're all curled up like that. And yes, Miss Charlotte is on a diet and has lost 2 pounds. Okay, here's another one that's real easy. You know how cats love toilet paper, like to shred it? Well, you have to find creative ways to hide your toilet paper so that they don't do that, because it's not good for them to play with toilet paper. However, the empty toilet paper roll is lots of fun. Or you could take the empty roll from paper towels and cut that maybe in 2 or 3 pieces. And what you can do is fold down, like kind of tuck an end in and tuck the other end in and leave a little space open and fill it with a couple of cat treats. And what your cat will do is roll the little toilet paper roll around, and as the treat comes out, they're able to, get their hunt, and then they get their reward. So they have amazing fun with this. I've seen other cat toys where they'll poke holes and put straws through the openings, and so that the treats will come through the straws eventually. So that's another great idea for you to make a toy for your cat that is super easy. All right. Have you ever worked in your office and crumpled up sheet after sheet of paper when you're writing? Yeah, I know it's old-fashioned, but when you're writing, and to find that your cat thinks it's the most fun thing to bat that around? I remember Molly doing that when she was little. She had a blast. And it's a crumpled sheet of paper. What could be easier? So if you find you're with your cat and they're bored and they need something and you forgot the toys, crumple up a sheet of paper, throw it, in their direction, and watch them bat it around like crazy. Cats also love baby carrots. This is good for them. It's just a baby carrot, and they love the idea of attacking it and then carrying it around. I guess it's a substitute for, a rodent or a lizard or something like that. But I could tolerate a baby carrot a lot better than I could one of those other things. Bubbles. Your cats love bubbles. Now, it's not good to blow it right at them. They don't want them eating a bunch of bubbles, but they love the idea of chasing and popping them. So if you blow them and they're a little bit above their heads and they go ahead and chase them, that's okay. Just don't overdo it. It's not the best thing to have them ingest a lot of soap. And this is probably one of my favorites, and it's super easy. Empty thread spools. Now, not everybody out there sews, I know, but if you can get your hand on some empty thread spools or wine corks, and with the wine corks, you want to put something on either end, maybe a feather, but the wooden thread holder, they could just bat that around and play all day. And when we get back from this break, we're going to talk about some DIY toys that you can make that are a little bit more complicated, but still loads of fun.
Does your dog itch, scratch, stink, or shed like crazy? Come to Dynavite for help.
Order a 90-day supply of Dynavite.
Dynavite for life.
Pick up 2 tubes of Doggosuds.
Get the 3rd tube free.
Peppermint, tea tree, lavender, Doggosud shampoo.
Made with all-natural coconut, jojoba, aloe. Great for healthy skin and soft, shiny coats.
But no itchy, harsh chemicals.
Lather up, rinse away.
Try Doggosuds. Buy 2, get 1 free.
At Dynavite.com.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. we're talking about DIY cat toys and things you can do to make cat toys that are super easy from, either no work at all involved to a little bit of work. And we're on to the ones that require just a little bit of work. Okay, this is one of my favorites. Get a baby sock because you want it to be small and fill it with catnip. And then you just go ahead and tie it very, very securely. You can either use, I would suggest a rubber band, but make sure it's tied so securely and so tight that it can't come off. And then I would fold down the material over the rubber band so that they can't chew or digest the rubber band. If you're concerned about this, just use maybe some yarn and double or triple wrap it, or some sisal type paper, that nothing with cellophane because that could irritate their stomach, but just some sisal or something that you can tie and make it very, very secure. I would say if you're at all concerned, use yarn, but just go very tight and knotted so your cat can't get any of it off. Okay, this is a lot of fun too. You can, and I talked about this a little bit, but this was like a little bit more work. You can take the roll of toilet paper or paper towel, and what you can do, and again, sorry, it's a little repeat. I talked about this a little before, but you can just poke like maybe holes, maybe the diameter of 1/2 inch on opposing sides. Maybe put in about 8 of these and take 4 straws and you can cut them. And so that they only jut out just a little bit so the cat can still roll or bounce around the paper towel or toilet roll. And what that happens is as the cat's hunting for its prey, aka treats, the treats are getting jostled inside and then eventually come out from the straws. You have to, of course, bend, both sides so the treats don't come out of there. Here's another great idea. You can go to one of those large home supply stores or even a craft store or your local mass market store and get one of these long skinny dowels that has a little hook on the end. Yep, you're guessing it. Then just go ahead, get some feathers, get some yarn, make a little pom-pom, something with a little bit of maybe glitter, something like that. Now remember, you're going to be maintaining this or handling this toy. You're not going to just leave it for the cat to chew up. So what you do is you're going to take the feathers or some pom-poms or just some pieces of felt made into a toy. You could even take some felt and sew in some catnip and attach it to the string and attach that to the dowel. And then it's like you're going fishing. You just play up and down, watch your cat have a blast. You can also put it on the floor and move it around a little bit. And this is good for your cat as well as good for you, right? It's exercise for you a little bit. You're moving, and it's really exercise for your cat. And it's so much fun for them. They love it because, once again, they're attacking. They're on the attack. They're watching their prey, which is the objects on the toy, and then they're getting ready to pounce. This next idea, and I saw a lot of different variations when I was doing my research on the internet, is a lot of fun, and it's super easy to do. What you do is you take kind of a rectangular container. It can be the boxes that come with sparkling water. You can use a print cartridge box, which is a little more sturdy if you have a cat that likes to tear things apart. Or you can even use the plastic bag box for gallon size plastic bags. And you can also use, if you want, like a plastic Tupperware. Like there's some brands that are pretty inexpensive at the supermarket. And what you're going to do is you're going to just make holes in them, like on one side. So you're going to make holes maybe the size of a quarter. And make sure you make the holes as large as whatever you put the item that you put in it can come out. So if you put in a rather large size sock toy, that's not a good idea. You want to put in something small that can come out of the hole. But this is a great way for your cat to bat around and play and try to figure out what to do to make the treats come out, the toys come out. This is a great way to put small catnip toys inside something and have your cat work for it. You might think, oh, this is cruel. I should just give it to them. But no, they love the idea of working for it. Remember, attack and prey, hunt and kill. This is what's innate in your kitty. So this is something that brings that to life for them in this toy. Another great idea, too, is to take the fishing dowel that I mentioned earlier and say, this is great for anyone that has little kids they're busy with and, maybe a little baby. They don't always have too much time to play with their cat, but it should be when your cat is somewhat supervised so that you're nearby just in case. You can take that dowel and actually attach it or affix it to your door or some other place that's kind of high up so that when the cat jumps up and pounces, the cat's not injured. And just bat it down so that it has a little jingle, and your cat will go crazy for it. Dennis loved this. I've never seen a cat pant, but he was panting. He was so excited and jumping up and down for this. And it was good exercise for him, which, by the way, I need to do another one of those toys for him because he could use a little movement. There are so many great DIY cat toys out there on the internet. I got a lot of my information from Pinterest, pethelpful.com, onecrazyhouse.com. There's great info, all kinds of DIY toys. I just mentioned a few because it's hard to describe by just audio, what the cat toys look like and do and so forth. But I would recommend going on Pinterest, doing a search for DIY cat toys, just going online, DIY cat toys. It's a great little project for a rainy day, and it can be great for, little kids to get into too, to make their cat toys. And it's a lot of fun for your kitty. And it costs basically pennies. So super affordable. And I would love to see any pictures of your cats playing with these toys. I'm going to have one of mine is actually on Instagram right now. It's Molly in her box. It's at Cattitude 17. So please share to either tag me at Cattitude 17 or hashtag Cattitude 17 so I can see all of the great toys that you are making out there. There's so many options. Pom-poms, all kinds of decorative hanging toys, things you can do with old t-shirts, with strips of felt, all kinds of great things. Just be aware and be in a position so you can somewhat supervise your cats. I would not recommend leaving your cats alone with any toy because you don't want them to digest anything that's harmful. So be sure to supervise your cats when they're playing with the toys because you never know how much of a hunter your cat is, and you don't want your cat tearing apart and ingesting anything that's going to make them sick. So just make sure that you bring out and also it's actually better if you bring out the cat toys, kind of make it a special occasion, like it's playtime for them. So that's also a really great thing. And then lastly, this is a tip I heard over and over from many vets. Another thing you can do too, and this involves with your cat toys, is if you have an obese or overweight cat, you can make some, take those toilet paper rolls, make them into little hiding cat food dispensers and hide those around your house. It's a way to motivate your cat to get the food, attack it, open it up, and get his food. Now, that might seem a little mean, but remember, your cat is all about catch and hunt. So why not? And if you're like, you know what, I don't want to do anything like this, do a search for cat and hunt, or a hunt and prey type of cat toys. There's a lot of them out there that are really good. It helps with cats from boredom, obesity. It helps with their fur balls because they're energetic and they're digesting their food slowly. And this is how they were meant to do it in nature. This is what is innate for them, not to gobble. So that's another last tip for something you can do with your DIY cat toys. And I would like to thank all of my cat toy lovers, Dennis, Molly, and Charlotte, for having so much fun with the cat toys. And of course, thanks to my producer, Mark Winter, for making me sound great. And thanks to all my feline friends listening on Cattitude. Now, please remember to send me pictures of your cats, and especially if you have some DIY cat toys that you've made that you want to show off, and just tag me on Instagram at Cattitude17 or hashtag Cattitude17. I look forward to seeing some great DIY cat toys from all of you. Keep listening. We have some great shows coming up.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.